I felt good because I was up with Lucid, the new hot shit electric car manufacturer.
Can we discuss this?
Yes, absolutely. But I was with them at Laguna, and their head of, I don't know, technology or something, I forget the title, this German guy. I stole this from Angus, but I always say, like, if it's a new car company or if it's like a confused car company, like maybe Acura, let's say, what kind of watch are you? In other words, like Mercedes-Benz is Rolex, not meaning
Porsche's
that they're
Rolex,
sponsored.
but okay.
Well, but if you ask a normal person on the street, name a luxury car, Mercedes-Benz, name a luxury watch, Rolex. You know what I mean? Who are you? And so this guy, who's wearing a beautiful IWC, he looks at me and goes, "Wir sind." And I go, he goes, "Do you know Sin?" I go, "Do I know Sin?" And he goes, "Yeah, we're ruthless innovation."
Good.
Yeah. And then he spent 20 minutes telling me about the headlights.
Tell me about the headlights. What do I need to know
They're
about them?
so sharp, they actually have to like unfocus them a little bit because otherwise it's weird. Like they have such a sharp
Are they
break.
laser?
Yeah, but it's like 100 laser images superimposed on each other and focused. And they were just saying that, like, if you actually use this light at night in full focus, the shadow is so shocking that it just, you see things weird. So they're like, all other headlights you have to focus, ours you have to unfocus.
How interesting.
Yeah. And
Headlight technology seems like it could take a break. I'm just seeing really bright headlights. I'm like, we're good. And then like next year, more lasers. Like, we're working on something else.
I mean,
I like the ones that I hear about that block off the oncoming
I was going to say,
cars.
like that.
I've never driven one that had that.
Wait, what does it do?
Okay, so it's full brights all the time, basically. And then if it sees another car's headlights, it just turns off the lasers or the LEDs that would blind the other car. So it's like you have like 1,000 LEDs pointing, 300, whatever, 180 degrees or whatever it is. No, I guess it'd be 180. Whatever, the full
front.
thing. Yeah,
all
the front.
of the front.
So the stuff that would blind the oncoming car. But even better, when the camera sees a freeway exit sign, it then like doubles up and like illuminates the sign.
Like
shines
up?
a spotlight wherever.
Whoa.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's the sickest shit ever.
It's great.
It illuminates signs that it sees?
Yeah, and by the way, every country in the world now has this except for the U.S.
What? Okay. Why? Because you would be the person to know this. Why does the U.S. not get on board with the awesome headlights?
We just have antiquated laws, and it's like, you know how they can't, like, you know how like everyone's been out of work for 9 months and they can't give them any money? Like headlights are so low priority. You know what I mean? Like,
this is a good point.
yeah. So
we're working on the second $1,200 right now.
Yeah, exactly. After 9 months.
After 9 months,
and everyone's
we're thinking
losing
maybe
their
we could up
house.
this to $2,400.
No, not gonna happen.
In time for the eviction notice.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
So-
if you submit a patent for laser lights here, they're like, now what kind of kerosene does this particular light work off of?
This goes back so far. You know, like the Citroen SM, right, had the killer lights in Europe and everywhere else. And then here, they took off the glass nacelle and they put on those horrible American lights because we had these stupid headlight laws. And we're just behind the times on that. Yeah, I mean, I could go on bad laws. But anyways, laser lights are super cool. But the Lucid, super cool. They just innovated everywhere. And not like, yes, it makes 1,080 horsepower with an over 500-mile range, which is insane.
it's got to weigh like 8,000 pounds.
No, it doesn't weigh that. It's just super efficient. They miniaturized everything. Like the motor is the motor with the drivetrain and the inverter or something. It's like a little box and it weighs.
It weighs like 100 pounds.
It's 164
Kamisa had a photo of him holding it, and it.
He was holding an empty box.
Oh, really?
Jason was not
okay.
holding anything in one arm that weighs 164 pounds. But I love
makes
Jason,
sense.
but that was bullshit. Anyhow, but yeah, it's you could pick it up. You know, it's a thing you could pick up. It's just miniaturized. It's also 900 volts, so it's just like ruthlessly efficient.
900 volts.
Yeah. So it's
Wow.
like it's just a battery technology.
So it's like a Tesla's 400 volts.
Yeah, Porsche,
Taycan 800 volts.
yeah.
This is 900.
This is
volts.
900.
What do you get for the extra 100?
horsepower.
Okay.
And fast charging time. You get everything. It's just by making it, by chasing
Shit
efficiency.
flows in and out that much faster, right? That's what volts
Volts is like the size of the hose was the analogy, right?
Yeah.
volts is the diameter of the
diameter
hose.
of the hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they just miniaturized. Yeah, you can see in that picture there. They just miniaturized everything.
That's funny. That looks like the fucking gas engine from the patent motor wagon.
Looks like a flathead.
or something, doesn't it?
It was funny because I interviewed the CEO, Peter Rawlinson, who it was the former head of the Model S for Tesla, right? And used to work at Lotus, used to work at Jaguar. But he's like, look, the problem with you journalists is all you care about is the fact that it makes 1,080 horsepower. And
No, we don't. That's what YouTube audiences care about. Don't confuse the shit.
and the range, but what you're missing out on is the efficiency story. We're just like so much more efficient. And this is what he told me. We can go 517 miles on our battery pack, and that's 17% more than at the time the long range Model S could go.
How many kilowatts is the battery pack?
It's only like 93 or 103.
So it's like the same as like Taycan or Tesla.
Yeah, but he's saying they're 17% more efficient than a Tesla.
Well, that is substantially more efficient.
Yeah, except Tesla on battery day now I'm saying go 520. That's all. Anyhow, but his point was But his point was by being more efficient, if Tesla wants to go the same range, they have to add 17% more battery, and if they want to go the same as a Tesla, they can actually remove 17%, lower the cost, and you get the same product. Blah, blah.
This seems like the next step in the efficiency of packaging and just battery technology for cars, right? I mean, like when Tesla did it, they were really good at some of their controllers, were really, really efficient and special. And then Lucid's doing the same thing, and that's why it has the frunk, and then it has the trunk, and then both of them have like that lower shelf because they were able to package everything in the wheel wells.
This is a good picture, actually. So not only do they have that, so this is what the actual production car looks like. So
we're looking at a picture of like the skateboard, as you would call it.
Yeah. And now if you want, on like the super luxury version, those are 4 battery packs, so the floorboard doesn't cover them up, and you can actually remove those, and then you get like crazy legroom. If you want,
deeper footwells?
Yeah, and you'd lose like whatever that is, like you'd lose like 10% of the range,
Yeah.
but 10% of 517 is like 460.
Did you sit in the thing?
Yeah.
How's the seat? How's the comfort levels?
It was like a show car. I went around Laguna in it, so it's like a show car. Like don't rock anything too hard because it's not production yet. But super cool interior design. What they did that I liked was the front half is like super dark colors, and then the rear is super light colors. And their thinking was like when you're driving, you want to be in a cockpit, and when you're in the back, you want to be in a lounge and relaxing.
That's not a terrible idea.
It's not a terrible idea.
No, that's interesting.
It looks pretty good, man.
Does it work?
Yeah.
And then what's cool right there, you see it says Santa Monica. So they have 5 different. The guy. Derek, I'm blanking on his last name.
I hate 2-spoke steering wheels so much. Why do they do that?
I don't know. But
you
can see there the different interior colors.
Yeah.
So Derek,
That's weird. The front seats are black in the front and white in the back, and then the back seats, the door cards are sliced in half.
Yeah.
And half is black and half is white. They really commit to that transition.
They do, and they have 5 different color schemes. And what's cool is, and I'm a lifelong Californian, so I like this, and so is the designer Derek, I'm blanking on his last name, but he designed the current Miata.
Wait, Derek, isn't that the dude who has the fucking crazy Manx buggy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see that guy all the time.
I'm blanking on his last name.
I don't know. His Instagram is Derek PCH though.
Yeah.
And
He lives
has
in Malibu.
the sickest Manx buggy
in the
that
world
ever existed.
Yeah. So
I follow him on Instagram, Zach, if you want to find his Manx buggy.
So all 5 of the interior specs are different parts of
Jenkins.
Jenkins, thank you. I said Jay. But it's different parts of California. So he's got Santa Monica, he's got Santa Cruz, he's got, you know what I mean? So it's cool. It's all California inspired, which is super cool. And he's at Cars and Coffee every Sunday.
There's his Manx buggy right there, which is full carbon.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The whole body is carbon fiber, and it's extreme. Oh, I guess he's doing an engine out.
Yeah.
He's got a little Euro van in the background there with Porsche wheels on it. Cool.
He's a good dude.
Yeah,
Even
this
though I
guy.
can't remember his
We
name.
should have this dude on the
You
podcast.
should have
I should just DM him. I see this guy around like all the time. Oh, there's a better picture of the buggy. That thing fucking rocks. It doesn't look like I don't know if there's. I bet there's probably no actual anything left. It's just a tube frame.
Well, those
no
are
idea.
my friend that used to work at Volks Cafe. They would autocross campaign one of those with like a built motor, and it would lift the front wheels on launch, and it was running like a 1.90 to 60.
Sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Have you seen, just real change subject, have you seen that dude who's doing the LS swap bug, and it's like it's a wheelie thing?
That
It's
sounds
4
like a good
wheelies,
time.
like it's like a wheelie in car, like they have it like exhibitions.
No, he just made a crazy like bug that does wheelies.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
I understand that completely.
I can't remember if it's on. It might be on William Walker's Instagram account. But
if you went to like
nuts.
Englishtown back in the day, there'd be the Top Fuel guys racing, and then they'd have like the Truckzilla thing, and the school bus with the jet fire, and then they'd have some wheelie cars that would do the full quarter mile doing wheelies.
I don't think this would do a full quarter mile, but it's like a 600 horsepower bug with a wide track that the guy just wheelies.
I mean, it sounds like a death trap.
Yeah, I don't think think Williams posted them yet. He showed me the picture on his phone. It's freaking nuts.
There's a couple.
It's a total death trap.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
EV West's lifted Baja bug was definitely a death trap with a Tesla motor in the back.
Oh yeah.
And it wasn't LS fast, but it was fast
No,
enough.
but Tesla fast is
good,
in a car that weighs 2,000 pounds.
But back to Lucid for a sec.
Sorry,
I was up there because they have a tri-motor car, which they won't even tell me the horsepower, but it could be 2,000 because
Their regular one is 2 motors.
the regular one's
car
2.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to do a single motor to get it under like 70 grand or something, which will be 670 horsepower or something. But so, the motor's capable of 670. So if you have 3 of them, that's 2,010 horsepower. And they made a wide body.
I mean, is that how it works? This may be dumb, but if you literally have 2 of these, do you just add up the power and that's it? Or is there a more complex formula?
There's
than
a
that?
much more here's the thing. While their motors are capable of 670 for that car, the Air, they limit them to 540. They're capable of 640, but they programmatically to get the range they want.
Yeah, of course.
They dial them back. But you could pop them up. And so I don't know what they were running with their tri-motor. It doesn't even have a name yet. It was a shell. I mean, they literally had like boxes for ballast in the front because they had no interior. It had a Cadillac steering wheel because when they built the Mule, they didn't have steering wheels yet. I mean, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that said, like it ran a 131 at Laguna, which is like,
doesn't didn't the Viper ACR do a 33?
Well, no, it did like Randy got like a 29 or something like that. But the point is, it's a 5,000 pound sled.
Yeah.
And
there was a Viper 133 edition of the last
that was
gen
the
Viper.
TA. That was the TA.
Oh, yeah.
P1 ran a 131.8, I think.
A fucking P1,
Yeah.
and this motherfucker's doing it at 5,000 pounds. That's crazy.
And the
Although
guy's
Panamera
driving
Turbo did a 729 at the Nürburgring, which
everything's
is
getting stupid.
bananas.
but the guy, this thing was like barely tuned. The guys driving are the engineers.
Yeah.
They were not that I know how to go around Laguna that well, but I've sat in the passenger seat as Randy does it, and I'm like, leaving 5 seconds or not 5, leave it a second there, leaving a half second there. They don't take the racing the pro driver line.
Yeah.
There's a suicide line around the track.
There is. There's a line where 2 wheels are always off the track. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I was telling the guy, I'm like, look, in turn 6, you see that green cement on the wrong side of the rumble strips? That's cement.
That's
drivers,
the line.
Yeah,
yes.
Drivers, anywhere you put cement down or pavement down,
Yes.
they drive on it. You know, like you go inside the corkscrew now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Zanardi line is just the line.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing was crazy, and then they popped off a 9.2 quarter mile.
Oh my God, that's fucking boogieing.
On the wrong tires. They had it on the standard tires. The one that I was going around Laguna was that car with like wide, had like 325s instead of 285. Awesome. So it's going to be a cool company. They got to start selling cars.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I feel like what I've seen of them, I liked.
Yeah.
They keep inviting. I got invited to whatever it was you got invited to.
You should have gone.
And
it was fun.
Well, I just don't have the time if I'm not driving the goddamn car.
You're not driving the goddamn car.
That's what I said. I said please call me when I can drive the car.
Right.
And I just don't have the fucking time if I'm not driving the car.
Right.
I don't have a magazine to write a story interview with the
Right.
You know what I mean?
Although you would have liked it. I mean, I'm telling you everything.
I'm sure I would have liked it. It has nothing to do with liking it. I can't just do shit I like. I have to do shit I can earn money doing.
Once in a while. But the other thing that was cool was they're all giant watch nerds.
See, now we're talking.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is on. I can just say it because who cares if I get in trouble for this. But anyways.
I can't imagine whatever you're going to say is going to matter.
It won't. I don't think it will. But anyways, if they have an IPO, because right now they're Saudi money. If they have an IPO, they're all going to some like vintage watch store in Silicon Valley to celebrate the IPO. And everyone's like buying something cool. So
really?
So I was like, I want to be there for that.
Where they're going.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But
probably HQ Milton.
Yeah.
which is by where Bring a Trailer headquarters is.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah.
But
you need an appointment. Don't just show up there, folks. You got to make an appointment.
well,
to go
they
to that
will make.
place.
I guarantee they'll make an
No,
appointment.
the Lucid people will. I'm talking about the fans that are going to all are going to start Googling HQ Milton.
Yeah.
because you need an appointment to go.
Yeah.
I tried to walk in, doesn't work.
Oh, that's. I like places like that.
Yeah, they tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, that's great.